Joyce Watkins and Charlie Dunn are innocent, and on behalf of the state of Tennessee, I move this court to dismiss these charges.
Ms. Watkins, this charge against you is dismissed. The charge against Charlie Dunn is dismissed.
On June 26, 1987, Joyce Watkins brought her great niece from Kentucky to Tennessee when a relative asked her to do so. But little did she know that this will be the beginning of her 34-year-old wrongful trial. When Joyce brought her niece to her home, she noticed immediately that something was wrong with the child. Joyce then took her to the emergency, where it was revealed that the child had serious head and vaginal injuries. A day later, the child died and Joyce was wrongfully convicted along with her boyfriend Charlie Dunn. It took 34 years for Joyce to prove her innocence when finally the court proceedings concluded that the child was injured before it was in Joyce's custody. The 3-decade-old battle for justice finally ended and made Joyce emotional as the judge declared the verdict. However, Charlie Dunn did not have the same fate and he died before the last trial.
Just trying to understand why I have not been hurt.
Joyce, now over 70, gets emotional about her former partner and states that she will visit his grave. On September 18, 1981, when Raymond Towler was 24, he was falsely convicted of rape, kidnapping, and felonious assault. It took almost 3 decades for Raymond to prove his innocence, and when he did, he could not control his emotions. Raymond was set free with help of new DNA testing, something which was not present during his 1981 trial.
May the sun shine warm on your face, the rains fall softly upon your fields, and may God hold you in the palm of his hand, now and forever.
When Raymond finally got the judgment order, he shook hands with the judge and hugged his lawyer. For the day Raymond had been waiting for years finally came. In the country of El Paso, Texas, Daniel Villegas is waiting for the trial judgment of his case centered around the killing of 2 teens when he was 16 years old. The incident took place in 1993, and then Daniel has been fighting to prove his innocence and win back his freedom. The look in his eyes says it all. Daniel was never given a fair trial in 1993, and since then he has showcased much evidence in his favor. At one point, he even won the case in 2014 after 18 years in prison, but he was yet to prove his innocence in the 3rd and final trial. The judge calls for the final verdict of the jury, and the jury proves Daniel's innocence.
Defendant Daniel Villegas, not guilty of...
The crowd erupts in cheers and Daniel reaches the ground while bursting into tears. The case is over, and Daniel has permission to live his life freely. David Robinson couldn't help but hug his family with tears in his eyes when he was finally proven innocent after almost 2 decades. Hailing from Missouri, Robinson was convicted of murder on Missouri intersection that he did not commit. However, it took 18 years and an emergency release motion in court to finally breathe the air of freedom. Robinson thanked the Almighty and stated that he was free at last while reuniting emotionally with his family.
And as Martin Luther King say, free at last. Thank God Almighty, I'm free at last. I'm free.
Raphael was convicted of false rape charges and had to spend decades in prison. But after 25 years of his sentence, he can finally hear the golden words of freedom.
To vacate and dismiss indictment 3171 of 1984.
Even the judge mentions in his concluding statement that this is something that Raphael has been waiting to hear for years and can finally do so. Raphael was wrongfully convicted in a 1985 East Harlem sexual assault case, and since then he has pleaded not guilty. When he was released out from prison in 2009, he made his life purpose to free himself from all of the charges. Raphael is finally a free man and walked out of the room with all the confidence. When the media asks him what he will do now, he simply says that he will get married and have children.